Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am just chilling in my truck right now at the park. I just got done doing my walking, my grounding, listening to frequencies and stuff. So I got a couple hours before I go to work, so I figured I'd hop on and make my video for the week. I have always been interested in the red light contour. Okay. So, scrolling, and I found an ad saying like 83% off or whatever. So for the 3 visits, it cost $137. So I said, you know something? I'm going to try it. Just so my curiosity won't be there no more. And help me jumpstart my weight loss a little bit. So on the website, it states that within the first visit, you would see something visual, a visual result. Even the minute, but it's supposed to be visible. And she said the same thing when I talked to her. So, I on my first appointment, they measured me and stuff. And they were supposed to measure me on my 3rd appointment, to see what the difference was. But, they give you a consult, on your first appointment and stuff. And she was talking about, this is good with such and such exercise, and you should be eating, this and this, and, this amount of protein and stuff like that. Well, I'm not going to lie, it kind of threw me off. Because you were saying that this is really not going to work all that well without these extra things. Well, I'm already doing these extra things. I already eat so much better. And I already exercise every single day with my walking, my stretching, my yoga poses. Even the way I eat, it's only a certain amount of time during the day. I give myself like 3-4 hours to eat in that process. Like usually like between 11 and 3, noon and 4, something like that. But anyways, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm already doing that. So you're trying to tell me this is really not going to work without that. So why do I need this? But anyways, I kept it to myself. So anyways, we did it, and it was red light on my face. Got one on each shoulder. Got one on my stomach, and the lower part, like it goes a little bit on your thighs and that part of your stomach. So you got 2 there. And it's like a wrap, and it's for 10 minutes. It doesn't get real hot, but supposedly it's better than the red light like panel because it's closer to you and it's more intense. I'm not really sure if I believe that at this point right now. But anyways, something? I didn't feel any different. I definitely didn't see any, results. I honestly think it was a waste of my time and my money. But, my curiosity was done. If you have to do other things, especially if you're already doing them, there's no sense of spending more money, because I'm already doing the red lights at Planet Fitness, for rejuvenating my cells and stuff like that. And there they had you do the vibrational plate after. which I'm already doing that at Planet Fitness, right along with the red light. So, I was a little disappointed. And the third day, she never did measure me. But I can see why not, because there was no difference. I could feel it. Like, I could feel it in my clothes and everything. She was trying to get me, obviously, we know the gig, trying to get me to buy a package for $1,200, saying I needed such and such, more visits and possibly more. And then she proceeds to tell me that if you don't continue to exercise and eat right, eat enough protein and all that, that those cells, those fat cells, will just grow back. So I'm like, what is the whole point of that? Like, I just didn't get that. If I want to do some type of, because it's non-surgical, you know what I'm saying? So, but I want something that's going to give me permanent results, so I'm just going to keep doing my old-fashioned way, and I'm going to try to continue to heal my thyroid. Sorry, because I know that's a big part of my weight loss is my thyroid. But please comment if anybody's ever heard of red light contour, were interested in it, have done it, what's your results, anxious to see how other people feel about that. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later.